A welcome return this week to a brand that do design style like nobody else really. Keep watching. Yes, welcome back. It's GotAUkulele review day. As ever, the summary video review. Have a look at the full written review with all the details, scores, pictures in the link below this video. And you'll also find some links down there to do what these people do. I say this every week. I'm not a commercial site. I don't get paid to do adverts for brands and stores. So I can only keep going thanks to the very kind generosity of people who donate. Throw a tip my way. You'll find some links down there where you can do that, also on the website. And you can say thank you. This is much appreciated as well. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell symbol, you get notified of new stuff. That really helps too. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Right, been a while since I've looked at this brand. I looked at a couple of them before and they both did very well. And it's all about style, as I said in that introduction. Style is nothing if it's style over substance. And I must say with the two that I looked at from this brand before, that wasn't the case. They were damn good ukuleles. The brand is called The Rebel, and this is their new limited edition Neri concert. Wow, wow, wow. Right, The Rebel. They are based in Thailand. They were trained originally by the team at GotAUkulele. They're the people behind the Opio brand of ukuleles, and they build out of Thailand. And they've got a range of all very unique, you know, things like the super cheese and all sorts of weird names, weird design features, artistic looking instruments. But as I say, they are not style over substance. And this one really does turn the volume up on all of that. The Neri is part of a Q series of theirs, which are limited editions. So there's not many of these about. I think a couple of dozen of these about on the planet, so I'm very lucky to get hold of it. The Neri Concert limited edition instrument by The Rebel, and yeah, design cues left, right and centre. What it is, double bout instrument in a Southern ukulele store who are stocking this, refer to it as a bell shape. I kind of think of it as kind of a skinny dreadnought, and by that I think we're both right. What I mean is that the waist is very broad. It's not a narrow waist, which will have the effect of boosting the mids, which is nice because it's only a small instrument and there's a lot of this going on, which we'll come on to. But what it is it's pairing solid spruce with solid mahogany on the back and sides. 2 pieces for each, all really nicely book matched. All very good quality woods. I mean, the shimmer in that mahogany is beautiful, which isn't something you usually say about mahogany. Really nice spruce with a bit of bear claw going on in it in places. Very nice indeed in this sort of bell, skinny dreadnought shape. We'll come on to the design cues. That's what, in a moment, that's what you really want me to talk about. But let's go through in the normal order. The bridge is made of ebony. That is a tie bar style, asymmetric, very tidy indeed. And it is fitted with a tusk, I believe, saddle with a straight top. I like the look of that. But okay, design. And that's what it is with Rebel. I mean, they are really unique in their designs. You'll see features and little embellishments on their instruments, which are unlike anything you'll see on other instruments. In the basics, we've got rosewood bindings to the front and back, and on the top that is paired with some black and white purfling, pretty standard. And then we have this trio of sound holes here with a piece left in, which I presume is partly to strengthen it, which is of the top. It's not like when I first looked at it I thought it was a brace on the inside, but it isn't. It's actually of the top. So we've got that, which is interesting and very attractive. And then I love this. So it's a cutaway, not a cutaway for play, it's a sound hole cutaway, but cut into the top and the sides, giving you that sort of extra chamber, and another side sound port as well, with like a sunrise effect on it. And then the whole thing is finished in a beautifully done gloss. I mean, this is flawless build down here. I put some sneak peek pictures up of this one, and people said, is it not fragile? I suppose you wouldn't want to lean on it or sit on it, but it doesn't feel, I'm not going to start pressing it and pushing it, but it's probably more fragile than a regular instrument. I'll come on to that in a little moment because there's another point I want to make on it. But no, it doesn't feel, it feels pretty reassured to hold, to be honest. I don't feel like I'm going to break it. But it's a serious instrument. Inside, thankfully, very tidy because you can really see inside. Very neat little thin skinny braces, notch linings, and I'll put a picture up on the written review inside as well. Quite stunningly different, okay? I suppose it might be, some people maybe love it, hate it, a Marmite instrument. I think a lot of the Rebels are. I really like the look of this. I think this is very, very different and is going to really turn heads. The neck is a wood that's new to me. This is Marango wood, which I think is from the Philippines, with this flamed tiger stripe in it. Absolutely beautiful. All one piece, no joints in it at all. This rosewood cap looks like it's going to be sharp, but it's actually really nicely carved here, and it's really comfortable. Your hand just sort of sits in it really nicely. Very, very comfortable heel. And I'll come on to this headstock arrangement a bit later because that's beautiful as well. It's rounded but not overly so, and it's not the widest but it's not the skinniest. It's 37mm nut, 28 from G2A. So it's playable. I quite like it. In fact, I do very much like that neck as well. My only complaint with the neck is it's glossed, and I would rather that was satin for a smoother feel on the hands. So it's a gloss neck. I thought that they were starting to go out now, people were getting it. I wouldn't have that gloss. Not that I have a choice. The fingerboard is more ebony. Very, very good condition, very, very dark. I love all of this carving down here, which is, again, is just design. It's not, it's not functional, but it's beautiful, beautifully done. Edge bound in more ebony, I think, which hides the fret ends. These are some of the tidiest frets dressings that I think I've ever seen. Really, really wonderful. They're not semi-hemi, they're just really good full stop. And they are, you get, how many? 19 of those and 14 to the top of the body. Very, very tidy. Maplewood position dots are facing out at 5 double 7th, 10th double 12th, one on the 15th, and there are white side dots as well. That's really nice. The headstock, probably my favourite part of the design feature here. An asymmetric design, and they are ebony overlays, which are kind of give it a 3D effect with this channel left between them on the front. That's really, really beautiful. I really like it. It's like an applique arrangement. And then on the back, we've got more ebony, and here it just melds into the veloute stopper, which is very, very comfortable. I love this joint up here. It's not a joint, this transition to the headstock. Very, very nice. It's a nice stopper for first position. And there is the Rebel logo inlaid in wood. That's the only Rebel logo on it other than the label inside. That's really nice. I like that's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. They're beautiful too. No more complaints about those. GotAUkulele tuners, gold hardware, pearly white buttons. Really, really good tuners. First class tuners, in fact. And it comes finished off with a set of clear fluorocarbon strings, which aren't named. And now the divisive bit. The gig bag. Now, people who know the Rebel, and I've seen my earlier reviews of the Rebel, say that they used to do, or they still do, gig bags with this sort of patterning, this sort of modern art patterning. And I said it looked like a pencil case I had when I was in school in the 1970s, that sort of PVC vinyl. This one also reminds me of the 1970s, not a pencil case, but it reminds me of a dressing gown I had. It is like a dressing gown. It really is. Now, this is really going to divide opinion. This is not for me. And not just because of this, I just don't like it. I think these fluffy materials are going to look really scruffy quite quickly. But also because when I come onto the price, this is £1,049. Now, I don't have a problem with that price. I can, with all these appointments, I can see exactly where that money's gone. These are premium materials, lots of ebony, wonderful tuners, lots of work that's gone into it. You're not going to put a £1,049 instrument into a bag that's soft and squishy like this. You're going to put it in a hard case. You wouldn't leave it there at all because there's no crush protection. So I think if you're going to charge someone £1,049 for your instrument, you really should be selling this with a hard pod case, at least a pod case, but ideally a full shell case, because you'd want to protect it. Because whilst I say it isn't fragile, I really wouldn't want anything pressing on this top of the instrument because of how thin all this is and how delicate it is. So I think that's a letdown on the value for money. The bag's quirky, sure, but it doesn't offer any protection. So that's a gripe of mine. Another gripe that people had raised, or query people had raised, was whether all these sound holes were going to affect the projection, because a very good luthier once told me that the sound hole is really just there to allow air transfer in and out, because most of the volume is coming from the vibrating top, and there's a lot of holes on this one. But thankfully, with it being this sort of wider-waisted, almost dreadnought shape, I wonder whether that's going to counter it. We'll find out now. It is beautifully made, beautifully finished. I can't really find any flaws at all. I'd prefer a satin neck, is my only complaint with that, and ditch the gig bag. It's really light. It's 520 grams. It balances really nicely. This is a lovely, lovely instrument. Head turner. Oh, I love these tuners. Combination of spruce pairing with mahogany is done for brightness from the spruce and for toning it down with the darker, woodier tones of the mahogany. Right, okay. The basics, the volume. Really good. Oh, wow. Really good volume, really lovely sustain for a little concert. And I'm immediately sensing what I think is the impact of that fatter waist. Because there's a load of brightness there, but there's a lot of punch down the middle. Oh, where's my light gone? Sorry about that. I think I've run out of battery on my... Yeah, there we are. Oh, the range is quite fat down the middle. Oh. There's a real load. Oh, come on, light. That's terrible, sorry. There is a real load of harmonising with itself going on. Peppy, jangly. That's lovely, lovely tone. Dead peppy, jangly, bouncy, exactly what you want from a concert. And lots of sort of harmonic shimmer down the middle. Am I getting ahead of myself? No, I think it's lovely strummed. It's got a really complex, lots to listen to. Strums come back in. I adore the sound of this. This is one of the nicest concerts I've listened to. I think it's doing that peppy jangly thing that I want from a concert. It's got more sustain than I'd expect from a concert. I love how the mids are fattened out, presumably by the shape and the build. But that sort of shimmer in the middle where it's harmonising with itself, I think is absolutely delicious. This light is doing my head in. Right, let's just ignore that. Sorry. It is Once again, style, but not style over substance. There is a lot of style and design in this, and I've got very few complaints. I would make the neck satin and ditch the gig bag, but there's nothing else wrong. This is a lovely, lovely instrument. 1049, very, very limited run. Southern Ukulele Store have this one, could be yours. What a statement piece, but it isn't just about showing off, because complex, wonderful tone with loads of volume sustain. Really rambling now. The Rebel Neri concert. Solid spruce top, solid mahogany back and sides, design features to die for, and a wonderful, wonderful sound. Southern Ukulele Store, many, many thanks for sending this one over and letting me borrow it, because I'm very lucky to get. I probably won't ever see one of these again. This is a delight. Thank you very much. And thank you to you for watching. That's a bit of a long one, that, isn't it? Blimey. I'm back next week. We're keeping busy now for the next few weeks before I take a little break. The one next week, yeah, I think everyone's been waiting for this one that's coming. I won't say any more than that. You probably guessed already. But I'll see you soon. Have a good week ahead. In the meantime, take care. Thanks for watching. Bye.